It's really not hard to make a woman excited and open to sleeping with you when you just make a small shift in the way you engage with her. You don't need to be famous or have a gym body or look like a male model or throw out a bunch of smart lines. You just need to change one important thing, and you'll find women following you right back to your bedroom without a second thought. The handful of guys who know this little known secret have a big advantage when it comes to women. They enjoy way more sexual opportunities than nearly all other men out there. Yet, this is something any man can easily do, including you, once you understand how. So, I want you to clear a few minutes, focus closely, and keep watching this video. I'm Marn, and from now on, think of me as your personal wing girl. Every week, I'll share with you real, no-nonsense information about what women truly want, not just what they say they want. Plus, I'll teach you the most effective ways to win over any woman you desire. So hit that subscribe button now so you never miss a single video. Okay, let's get into it. So, how exactly do you get a woman to sleep with you? That's a fair question. Many men find this part really challenging. The truth is, a lot of men keep failing again and again to spark real sexual interest in women, even after trying really hard. And that makes them feel rejected, lonely, and sometimes even bitter and resentful towards women. Plenty of guys turn to the manosphere or pick up artist groups trying to learn tricks to get lucky. Sometimes it works and they get a woman into bed, but most of the time, it ruins any chance for something genuine and ends up damaging a woman's confidence in the process. This makes women even more guarded when meeting new men, and honestly, most of these men still don't end up getting laid. They just come off as odd, and they never discover that there's actually a much easier way to get all the sex they want, and more. Because here's something most men never understand about women. It's actually natural for us to say yes to sex. We want to say yes. It's the most natural response in the world. Why? Because most women are extremely sexual beings. We're not innocent, delicate creatures. We enjoy sex. We think about it way more than you might imagine. We like it as much as you do. We imagine it. We long for it just as much as any man might. So saying yes to it comes naturally to us. And believe me, we want to say yes. But the reason we often say no is because most guys go about it all wrong. A lot of men treat sex like it's the final prize they're chasing. They meet a woman they're attracted to, and their mind focuses only on how to get her into bed. Sex, 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 that's all they think. What should I say? What should I do? How should I act? What's the trick? How can I make this happen? The problem is women can sense that energy, that neediness, and we can detect that desperate vibe from a mile away. We're so used to men just trying to sleep with us that it's easy to pick up on. That hunger, that desperation, that energy where it's obvious the guy is just looking to get laid is what instantly turns us off. It makes us feel like you don't even see us as people, just as a goal or a target. On top of that, it signals to us that you probably don't have a lot of experience with women or many options. Otherwise, you wouldn't seem so desperate for it. That impression doesn't help your case at all. All of that together is just a formula for failure. So how do you avoid that failure? How do you actually get a woman eager to come to your bedroom, ready to enjoy herself with you? The answer is really simple. You need to let go of that hungry, needy mindset, what younger people call being thirsty. You need to change how you think about sex. See, guys who have lots of success with women, who have multiple sexual opportunities and plenty of experience, they have a completely different way of thinking. They see sex as part of the fun of being with a woman. When they meet an attractive woman, their thought isn't, how do I get her into bed? Instead, they naturally think, yeah, she and I could have a lot of fun in bed. Or we're going to have a great time together, including in the bedroom. They're not plotting, what do I have to say? What move do I make? That's not even their mindset. Their attitude is, we'll enjoy each other's company, and sex will just be part of that enjoyment eventually. That way of thinking leads to a completely different energy and behavior. It's not needy, it's relaxed, but still has a subtle sexual vibe. It frames sex as just a part of the fun both people will share, not the finish line or only objective. just a fun, shared experience along the journey. And when you start to see it like that, everything begins to shift. Speaking of which, this reminds me to mention today's video sponsor, Bucated, because there's actually one simple thing you can do to lower that sense of desperation for sex. And that is becoming very knowledgeable about sex and pleasure for yourself and for her. That's where Bucated comes in. They are absolutely fantastic. Bucated is a top provider of sexual education through an online video platform that brings pleasure-based learning straight into your bedroom. With over 100 online courses from the world's top sexual experts, they help you learn how to be better in bed. This isn't porn, it's real instructional content with real people showing you real techniques. Bucated can totally change your sex life, and guess what? It's approved by me, Marn, your wing girl. I personally recommend it. Every guy should sign up. Right now, they're offering 60% off the annual subscription just because you're connected with me. That's cheaper than a fancy coffee in Los Angeles. Click the link in the description box and sign up using the code MARN. Becoming more educated about sex can help you become an amazing lover and help women feel more sexually comfortable around you, while also helping you feel less desperate. Remember, women can sense things. They can feel when a man is sexually confident, and that makes it so much easier for women to relax and step into their feminine, sexual side. We don't want sex to feel like a task or a reward. Just like you, we want it to feel fun and exciting. Even if it's just a one-night thing, we're okay with that if it feels good and mutual. That's when it feels like a shared win. It doesn't feel like the guy was just trying to get sex. It feels spontaneous, like two people having fun together, and then, suddenly, things got hot and heavy, and now his penis is inside me. That's the kind of experience we want. It makes saying yes easy for us. But it all starts with your attitude. Your attitude shapes your entire vibe. Not just for sex, but in general. It affects how you present yourself to women, whether you come off as the desperate guy or the fun guy she'll want to hook up with. It's all about your mindset, your energy, the way you express yourself. Once you have the right attitude, everything else naturally follows. But don't just take my word for it, try it for yourself. Next time you're around an attractive woman, just remind yourself in your mind, yeah, she and I will have fun together, including sex. See what happens. Chances are, even just thinking this way will put a little playful grin on your face, just like it did for me now. It'll automatically bring out a more relaxed, fun side of you. You'll feel less tense because you're not trying to take anything from her, and the whole conversation will flow more smoothly, probably leading to some great moments. And if you feel like you could use a bit more help, I've got something you're going to love. I created a free cheat sheet filled with flirting tactics that quickly build a woman's attraction to you. These are the only techniques you need to spark sexual desire in a woman and make her physically crave you. You can get instant access to this free guide by clicking the second link below. All these tactics are super easy for any guy to use and include word flirting lines you can start using immediately, even if you're shy, awkward, or out of practice. Once you learn these, you can create attraction over and over again, because women are naturally wired to feel excitement and chemistry when you say the right things. So click that link, grab your free flirting cheat sheet, and I promise it'll completely change how women see you and respond to you. Thank you for watching all the way through. As always, I'm Marn, your personal wing girl, and I'll catch you next week. And before you go, let me leave you with one more important thing to keep in mind. I need you to remember that women are not just waiting for some perfect guy to come sweep them off their feet. What we really want is to feel something. A feeling, a spark, a connection that feels easy, fun, and real. We're not walking around with a checklist looking for perfection. Most of us are just hoping to meet someone who feels good to be around. Someone who makes us feel feminine, excited, and safe to express our own desires without judgment. So, when you're that guy who isn't obsessed with getting sex, but is focused on having fun, being playful, being present in the moment, you instantly become more attractive without even trying that hard. You have to trust that. Trust that your energy speaks louder than your words. You don't need to overcompensate. You don't need to impress us with status, cars, or some big success story. You don't even need to look like a model. What you need is a vibe that says, I enjoy life, and I think we're going to have fun together. That's what pulls us in. That's what makes us say yes with excitement. Because, if we're being honest, most women are craving experiences that feel free, that feel spontaneous, that feel like no one is forcing it, but it just naturally happened. We want to feel chosen, not targeted. We want to feel like you're sharing an experience with us, not just getting something from us. And here's another thing. Confidence doesn't mean being loud or cocky. Confidence is quiet. It's that calm assurance in yourself that you are enough. That even if this one woman isn't interested, you'll be okay. That mindset makes you unstoppable because you're not chasing approval, you're inviting connection. That's a huge difference. Think about it. When someone invites you to something fun with no pressure, don't you want to go? But when someone is pushing you, begging you, trying to convince you, don't you want to run away? It's the same with women. We say yes when it feels like an invitation, not an obligation. So your challenge from now on is to shift your thinking. Replace that mindset of how do I get her to sleep with me with how can we have fun together wherever this goes. You'll be shocked at how that small shift unlocks a completely different world for you. Because women will start to notice something different about you. They might not be able to explain it, but they'll feel it. They'll feel more relaxed around you. They'll laugh more, touch you more, engage with you longer, and yes, be more open to taking things further with you physically. And let me tell you a little secret from the other side. When a woman feels like she's having fun with you, like she can laugh, flirt, and just be herself without feeling pressured, she'll often be the one to bring up the idea of taking things to the next level. She'll start touching you more. She'll close the distance. She'll suggest getting another drink, hanging out longer, moving to a more private space. That's when you know you've flipped the script. That's when you know you've created an experience where both people want the same thing, and it's no longer a chase. It's just natural progression. So stop thinking of sex as something you have to chase or earn. Think of it as something that naturally happens when two people are vibing, laughing, flirting, and having a good time. And if you keep showing up with that energy, women will notice. They'll want to be around you. They'll want to spend time with you. And yes, they'll want to sleep with you. Not because you convinced them, but because you created a space where it just made sense. I hope you really take this to heart, because I promise you, this is the thing that most guys miss. They think it's about saying the right line, having the perfect strategy, or using some trick they learned from a YouTube video. But it's not about tricks. It's about energy. It's about presence. It's about making a woman feel like she's part of something fun, easy, and pressure-free. When you do that, everything else takes care of itself. Now, before I wrap this up, I want to encourage you to not just listen to this and move on. Practice it, try it, test it the next time you're talking to a woman. Remind yourself to stay playful, stay relaxed. Keep that inner smirk that says, we're going to have fun together. Notice how different you feel, and watch how differently women respond to you. This is where your confidence gets built, not just by watching videos, but by applying what you've learned. And as always, if you want more tips, tricks, and deep insights about how women think, how we feel, and what actually gets us interested, make sure you stick around, subscribe, and check out the links below. The flirting cheat sheet I mentioned is a great place to start. Plus, Bucated can help you level up your sexual skills so that when the moment comes, you'll know exactly what to do to blow her mind. Because the truth is, when you're good in bed, women will remember you, they'll want you again, and they'll tell their friends about you. Yes, we do talk about those things, so don't just aim to get sex. Aim to create experiences that women can't forget. That's how you become the guy women don't just sleep with, but the one they want to see again. That's the real secret. And it all starts with your attitude, your energy, your mindset. Thank you again for watching. I'm Marn, your personal wing girl, and I'll be back next week with more Nobius advice to help you succeed with women. Not just for one night, but for life. And if you're still listening right now, that tells me one thing about you. You're serious. You're not just looking for a shortcut, you're looking for understanding. That's rare. And because of that, I want to share something deeper with you. Something that most men never hear because they stop listening too soon. What I want to tell you is this. The real key isn't just about getting women into bed. It's about becoming a man who naturally draws women in. A man who carries himself in such a way that women feel curious, intrigued, and yes, attracted. And that doesn't come from pretending. It doesn't come from faking confidence or copying lines. It comes from being genuinely comfortable with who you are, from not needing her to complete you, not needing sex to feel worthy. Because the moment you stop making women your mission, the moment you stop treating sex like it's your only goal, that's when things shift in your favor. That's when women start to look at you differently, because we can sense when a man is on his path, living his life, building himself, and simply inviting us along for the adventure. That's attractive. That's what pulls us in. A man who doesn't need us but chooses us. That's irresistible. Think about the most attractive men you've seen or heard about. They're not chasing, they're not begging, they're not desperate. They're focused on their own growth, their own mission, their own happiness. And because of that, women gravitate toward them. That's the energy you need to cultivate. Be the man who has his life in order, or is at least working on it, who knows what he stands for, who has standards, who respects himself enough not to beg for attention or validation. Because here's another truth. When a woman senses that a man's whole sense of happiness depends on her saying yes, she's going to pull away. Not because she's cruel, but because that energy is heavy. No one wants to feel like they're responsible for someone else's sense of worth. But when you're a man who's already fulfilled, who finds joy in life, in your passions, in your hobbies, in your friendships, then being with a woman is just an enhancement, not a necessity. That's the guy we want to be with. So how do you become that guy? It's not overnight. It takes practice. It means working on your mindset, your body, your skills, your social life, your career, your mental health. It means investing in yourself every single day. Read books, hit the gym, learn new skills, spend time with people who challenge you and make you better. Build a life that you're proud of even if there's no woman in it yet, because the irony is, when you don't need it, that's when it comes. When you don't need her to choose you, that's when she will. And here's a little psychological tip. People want what's not easily available. When you're always available, always eager, always waiting, people take you for granted. But when you have your own life, your own commitments, your own priorities, and she realizes she has to earn your attention, now you've flipped the script. Now she sees you as valuable because you see yourself that way first. And I know that's easier said than done, especially if you've been lonely or frustrated for a while. But it's possible, and the first step is shifting that mindset. You're not chasing sex. You're not chasing women. You're building yourself. You're inviting people, including women, to be part of your journey if they bring value, if they make your life better. And if they don't, you move on. That's power. That's confidence. So, from today forward, I want you to carry yourself like a man who knows his worth. I want you to smile when you talk to women, not because you're trying to get something, but because you're genuinely enjoying the moment. I want you to ask yourself, do I even like her? Does she make my life better? Does she bring peace, joy, excitement? Not just, how do I get her to like me? When you flip that mindset, you change the energy. Women can feel that. And suddenly, you're not the guy chasing her. You're the guy she's chasing, or at least the guy she's curious about, wondering why you're different from all the others. That's when the magic happens. So remember, work on yourself, know your value, keep your energy playful, fun, and relaxed. See sex as part of the fun of life, not the goal of it. And most importantly, keep growing, because as you grow, your confidence grows, your options grow, and women will notice. Trust me, we always do. And if you're serious about taking this to the next level, don't forget to grab the flirting cheat sheet. It's free, and it's a great tool to help you get started. to give you some simple, actionable things you can do today to become more magnetic to women. And if you want to seriously upgrade your bedroom skills, Bucated is there to help you become not just confident in talking to women, but confident in pleasing them too. That's a skill most men overlook, but it's the one that makes women remember you and want more of you. Thank you for sticking with me this long. That tells me you're not like the average guy. You're ready to change, you're ready to show up differently, and I'm here for it. I'm Marn, your personal wing girl, cheering you on every step of the way. Keep growing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want me to continue it even further with more personal development tips, confidence building steps, or deeper psychological insights into attraction, just say the word. And since you're still here with me, let me take you even deeper. Because this isn't just about sex or dating. This is about how you carry yourself in every part of your life. The way you approach women is the same way you approach opportunities, challenges, and relationships of all kinds. That energy you bring, it affects everything. So if you're showing up to women with a vibe of desperation, of needing something from them, chances are that same energy is showing up in your work, your goals, your friendships, even in the way you talk to yourself when no one's watching. That's why this mindset shift is bigger than just getting a date. It's about becoming a man who moves through life with certainty, curiosity, and confidence. And you might be asking, how do I even start if I've been stuck for so long? The answer is simple, but not always easy. You start by doing small things that prove to yourself that you matter. When you wake up in the morning, make your bed, not because it changes the world, but because it tells your mind that you're the kind of person who finishes things. When you eat things that nourish your body, not just junk that numbs you for a few minutes. When you move with purpose, whether that's walking, running, lifting weights, or just stretching to keep your body alive. Every small choice becomes a signal to your mind that you're building yourself up. And the more you build yourself up, the less you'll need external approval. Because here's the thing. Confidence isn't about being the loudest or the most alpha guy in the room. Confidence is about knowing that no matter what happens, you'll be okay. That if she says no, you'll still wake up tomorrow chasing your dreams, growing your mind, strengthening your body, deepening your spirit. That's the kind of man women feel drawn to, not because he's trying to impress them, but because he's busy creating a life that's worth sharing. And let me tell you this, when you carry that energy, the world feels it. Not just women, but people in general. Opportunities open up. Conversations feel easier. People respect you more, not because you demanded it, but because your presence speaks before your words do. And that's the secret that no one teaches you in school. Your presence is your power. The way you enter a room, the way you smile, the way you carry silence, the way you make eye contact. It all tells the world how to treat you. If you walk around unsure of yourself, apologizing for existing, guess what? That's how the world will respond to you. But when you walk like a man who knows he belongs, who knows he brings value, people notice. Women notice. And this is important. You're not doing this to trick anyone. You're not pretending. You're remembering who you really are underneath all the insecurity and rejection you may have felt before. Because deep down, you know you have something to offer. You just forgot it along the way. I'm here to remind you, and every time you show up with that energy, you're reminding yourself too. You're telling yourself, I don't need her to validate me. I'm already enough. I'm just inviting her to be part of something great. So let this be the beginning of that journey for you. A journey where you stop chasing and start attracting. Where you stop begging and start building. Where you stop apologizing and start owning your space. Women don't want perfection. We want presence. We want a man who is there, fully, confidently, unapologetically. A man who listens, who laughs, who plays, who knows that life is a game worth playing with passion. That's the man who gets the girl, not because he was desperate for her, but because he was busy becoming the kind of man no woman wants to miss out on. And that's what I want for you, so take this seriously. Start small if you have to, but start today. Work on your mindset, work on your health, build your passions, practice speaking with confidence, practice listening with genuine interest, practice standing tall, making eye contact, and holding your own in conversations. It's the combination of these little things that create a magnetic man. Not overnight, but day by day, choice by choice. I believe in you. I really do, because the fact that you're still here listening means you care. And that means you're already ahead of most guys who just want a quick fix and give up when it takes real growth. Keep going, keep pushing, keep learning, and I promise you, not only will women notice, but you'll start to respect yourself in a way that makes everything else in life better. And of course, I'll be here every step of the way, giving you tips, tools, and the truth about what women really want and how to become the man you were always meant to be. So don't forget to subscribe, grab the flirting cheat sheet, and check out the links below for more resources. Thank you for being here. I'm Marn, your personal wing girl, and I'll see you in the next one. And remember, you're not chasing women. You're attracting them by becoming the best version of yourself.